So in our previous video, we talked about how to apply contouring guidelines, okay? And if you haven't seen the video, it's there on our page, and if you're seeing it on YouTube, it's on this channel. All right. So now the first contouring guideline is guideline number 1, which is called the cutout neckline. Please kindly disregard the first circumference that is there. That's why I marked it, like I cross it. Okay, so now the first one is the cutout neckline. As I mentioned, is to connect it from the middle of your neckline, your basic neckline, to your bust point. So I'll go ahead and connect it. Go ahead and connect yours if you're with your pattern paper, your pencil, your ruler, and your needed equipment. Okay, as I've mentioned earlier, we are not making use of the small circumference. Okay, we are making use of the big one. All right, so let's go back to our reference point. If you are seeing this video for the first time and you don't know how to draft these contouring guidelines, I've already uploaded the video. So now we are making use of guideline number 1, which eliminates gaping or excess from the neckline. So this guideline says that as long as you are cutting a basic neck, like a neck that does not crosses the circumference, you are good to go. There is no need to hold a dart. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and mark it as usual and then label it according to what the guideline says. That's from the middle of your neckline down to your circumference and down to your bust point. Go ahead and do the same thing. Please note that the standard measurement is 1/4. Please, you can refer to our previous videos if you haven't seen it for a proper understanding of this tutorial. Okay, now as I've mentioned earlier, this guideline says that if you are going to cut a neckline that does not crosses the bust circumference, there is no need for you to hold a dart or close the dart. So first thing, we are just going to use this as a normal basic neck that does not crosses the circumference. Sorry, I use pen, but it's just like 1 inch below the basic neck, so there is no need for you to hold the dart. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out the neckline. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you're seeing it on Facebook, kindly follow me as well for more videos. Don't forget to like, share, drop a lovely comment in the comment section. So let's go ahead and label it example 1. Moving on, let's go into another example number 2. So the same guideline number 1, and we are doing another example. So we are going to connect from our neck line down to our circumference and down to our bust point, and then mark our contouring guideline standard. So we are going to go ahead and mark it there. So I didn't know this was not bold. I could have used my marker to make it a little clearer. All right, now because the neckline that I'm about to cut is going to touch the middle of my shoulder slope, it is expected of us to come down by 1/4 of an inch. This is to avoid gaping on the shoulder and on the neck. All right, so you're just going to go ahead and mark it and then connect your armhole, just like what I did there. So you're just going to go ahead and mark it, and if you are cutting it on your fabric, you are still going to remove that 1/4 of an inch. So just like the first one didn't cross the bust circumference, but this time around the second neckline is going to cross the bust circumference. So let's go ahead and measure the new neckline. Just like what you can see, looking at this, it touches the middle of our shoulder slope, and it also passed through the bust circumference. All right, so that means we have to hold the dart there for the neckline to avoid gaping or excess on the neck. And so one thing you should know, that when folding the darts, you have to reblend the neckline. Okay, because after folding the dart, you're going to notice that the length of the neck, like the contour on the neck, the first contour is going to be altered, and then you are going to use your pen or your marker to blend the neckline again. So that means the moment you fold the dart, it is expected of you to slit through the waist dart, just like the way I did for the neckline to relax. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the neckline, because if you don't cut through the waist, that there's no way the neckline is going to relax. So let's go ahead and cut out the armhole as well. So now that we are done, you can see that there is an opening on the dart because of the neckline that we close, and you can see how the neck is relaxed as well. And also deciding to close the side dart as well, you also notice there is a wider gap, that leg, okay, after closing the dart. Okay, so you are just going to go ahead and close it. Let's say you want to sew a bustier, there's a method to it. Okay, so but our focus on is on the contouring guideline. So let's go ahead and label it example 2. The first one what that we did was example 1, and the second one is example 2, based on the same neckline. Now let's move on to example number 3, which is we are going to use this sweet out neckline. For example, you are cutting a sweet out neckline. It is expected of you to hold a dart, because it crosses over the bust circumference. So you have to hold a dart. It is expected of you to hold a dart for your dress to be, the neckline to be firm and not to have gaping or excess on the neck. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and hold this dart just like the way we did in the previous example. And while closing the dart, you notice that the neckline is going to be altered. All you need to do is to reblend the neckline. So this is what I mean. Closing the dart, you can see that there is a neckline that is altered already. So you just have to go ahead and blend the neckline again. So now that we are done, we are just going to use our paper tape and hold it down. Looking at the neckline, you notice that the neckline was not relaxed, but all I need to do is to cut through the dart line down to the bust point, not through but to. Okay, so now that we are done, we are just going to go ahead. So when we are done cutting the neckline, there's another method that we need to apply because it's a sweet out neckline. So on the neckline tip, after you've already cut it, you are expected to remove like 1/4. This will help hold the neck very firm, like the neck of the dress to be firm on you. Just 1/4, not really much, and then connect it to your shoulder tip. Okay, so just go ahead and connect it to your shoulder tip and cut it out. So if you are here to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so, and don't forget to drop a lovely comment in the comment section if you like this video. Turn on your notification button and then share this video with your friends. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and close the side dart. Let's assume you want to close the side dart. You will also notice that the leg dart has also increased. You can see how it is, and with this we can use this method to cut our bustier, but we have to apply the Empire Style line guideline on it, which is guideline number 5. And also if we are to turn it into bustier, we are to use guideline 6, which is a combination of 1, 2 and 3. So that's what we are going to do in our next video, but let me just show you what you are going to do on the shoulder tip, the neckline. So we are going to apply this 7/8, which is the combination of guideline 1, 2 and 3, and then share it on that line, on that shoulder tip. This is to avoid gaping on the neckline and to contour our bustier. Okay, so I'll just share it on both sides, just like the way you're cutting. You cut your bustier and then contour the line to your bust point on both sides, and then go ahead and connect it. But before you cut it out, you have to close the darts for it to align. All right, so basically this is what you are going to do. I'll also show you how to use the Empire Style line, where to apply it and how to use it. So if you've watched this video to this point and you know you've learned something, please do well to like, drop a lovely comment in the comment section. So we've been able to do like 3 examples on guideline 1. Okay, so first, second and third. So this is a third one. So thank you so much for watching. Do well to subscribe, follow for more videos. Bye.